Welcome to music! As you've probably noticed, I'm in a different room this week. That's because there are people working on the electricity in the room I'm normally in. So I didn't want to be in there. It's also kind of dangerous if there's electrical work, so I just moved across the hall. And you'll probably see me in a bunch of different rooms this year, so get ready to expect the unexpected this year. Alright, so let's do our Welcome to Music song. This week, I feel like we're going to do it in a rock and roll style. Alright, so here we are. Let's get the beat going. Here we go. Welcome to music. Glad you're here. We're gonna do some singing. We're gonna use our ears. We're going to have a lot of fun, 'cause music time has just begun. Welcome to music. Glad you're here. Woo! Alright, it's always fun to start out rock and roll style. Alright, in keeping with our rock and roll theme, we're going to continue right through the warm-up rock and roll style. So watch me. We'll start out the regular way with some head, shoulder, knees, traditional things. Then we're going to get into it. We're going to do some singing. So I do something, you echo me. It'll be like, ba-ba-ba, da-da-da-da-da. Right? Just watch me. When I point to you, you go. Then we're going to do some piano playing. That's going to be rock and roll. What else? Oh, guitar. You're going to grab your guitar. We're going to do some strumming and shredding. Maybe some soloing. What else? We're going to get the saxophone out. We're going to play some big notes on the sax. Woo! Going to be some wailing. And then, of course, since it's rock and roll, we got to play the drums. Right? So watch me for the drumming. Then at the end, we're going to mix up all the instruments. It's going to be one big party. Then we'll probably end with some Paint the Sky. It's going to be crazy. So get ready. Fasten your seatbelts. Hang on to your hats. Here we go. Get ready for Bethany's very first ever rock and roll warm-up. Woo! Are you ready? Oh, I'm ready. Here we go. All right. Let's do this. Knees. Knees. Head, shoulder, knees. Head, shoulder, knees. Head, shoulder, knees. Head, shoulder, shoulders. Roll it to the right side. Roll it to the left side. To the right and to the left. Again, and to the right and to the left. Up, two, and down, two. Again, up, two, down, two. It's time to sing. I said a ba-ba. Ba-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da-da. Ba-ba-ba. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da-da. We're warming up the crowd. It's gonna be so loud. I said we're warming up the crowd. We're gonna get loud. Warm up that crowd. It's nice and loud. Let's play the piano now. Here we go. Woo! Woo! All the way up and down. Woo! Get those fingers flying. Woo! There's some smoke coming out of your fingers. Woo! Get that to guitar. Woo! Gotta make an ugly face. Woo! Woo! Play behind your back. Woo! Under the leg. Woo-hoo! This is rock and roll. Let's get that saxophone. Woo! Play those notes. Gotta be wailing, right? Woo! Wailing and flailing. Woo! Let's play the drums. Get that snare drum. more toms. Back to the snare drum. Don't forget the cymbals. Woo! Back to that piano. Woo! Woo! Let's get back to the drums. Drums. How about that saxophone? Woo! Let's do the drums. Hit the cymbals. And now, let's do that piano. Woo! Fingers on fire. Woo! How about the drums? Woo! I paint the sky. I go a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 18. Your turn. I do the wash the table. Your turn. I do a clap, clap, knees 2 times, clap. You go. Hold that pose. Woo! Hold it, hold it. Hold it. Woo! Now that was a rock and roll warm-up. Whew, I finally got back into the room I wanted to be in all along. So, all right. Well, after that warm-up, I feel like I need some time to just cool down for a little bit. So, all right. Speaking of cooling down, I'm also thinking of something that we often celebrate at the end of this month, Halloween. And I found a woman who's going to lead you in a warm-up, and she makes her voice kind of a little bit sound spooky. So do your best to try to imitate her. Make your voice sound a little spooky too for Halloween. So don't worry, it's fun. It's not that scary. So, all right, here we are, our spooky Halloween voice warm-up.
Hello. Crunchy leaves. Warm days. Cool nights. Falling leaves. Pumpkin carving. Fall is fun.
All right, now we're going to do some reading rhythms. So just to review, we've got several things to look out for. We've got, well, sometimes we have no sound at all, right? If we have a rest, it's, watch out for those rests, squiggly wigglies. Sometimes we have ta, right? Ta, right? That goes for 2 beats. Sometimes we have, just before it, we have ta, the quarter note, right? 1 sound, 1 beat, ta. Sometimes we've got TT to watch out for. So we're going to do this rock and roll style, but just to give you a second chance, we're going to try the whole thing without stopping, but we're going to do each line 2 times. So as soon as we get to the end, we go back to the beginning. Same thing with the second line, twice in a row. Same thing last line. So nice, we like it twice. I'm going to try to point the first time. The second time, I'm going to try and clap the rhythm if I can get my pointer out of the way in time. All right, so here we are, rock and roll style. Get ready. A 1, 2, here we go. Ta, 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 ta. Ta. Again. Ta, 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 ta. Ta. Ta, 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 ti ti ta, ti ti ta, 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 ti ti ta, 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 ti ti ta, ta, ti ti ta. Last line, ta, 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 ti ti ta, 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 ti 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 ti, ti ti ta, 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 ti ti ta, ta, T-T-T-T-T-T-Ta. Hold it! Rock and roll ending! Woo! I found something fun for you to watch coming up next. It's another music teacher who was thinking about cooking, and he was listening to a piece of music, and he made up some motions that go along with cooking to the music. Most of it is to a steady beat. It's stuff like chopping up the food, getting ready to be a chef. Don't worry, he'll tell you what to do. But notice there's one part where you're cutting an onion. Have you ever been in the kitchen when your mother or father's cutting an onion? Sometimes if you're too close, it makes you cry, right? Because of the fumes of the onion. So notice whenever we cut the onion in the music, it goes slower and we cry. And then you go back to the regular speed. So have fun being a chef. Watch out for the onions. All right, good luck.
Hi everybody, Mr. Delgadio here, and today we're going to do something called the chef. It's going to be a silent activity, but first I have to teach you all of the different chef moves. First thing is, we're going to be stirring the pot. And we might switch hands. Then we're going to be adding some spices. Then we're going to be chopping. And we'll switch hands. Then we're going to cut an onion. And when you cut an onion, it's going to make you cry a little bit. And then we're going to pour in our liquids. Then we're going to give it a taste test. It won't be ready, so we're going to have to add a little salt. Then we're going to taste again. It's not ready yet. A little more salt. We might have to do that a couple times. And at the very end, when everything is cooked perfectly, we're going to give it the A-OK sign and the final mwah, which means it's perfect. Are you ready to get cooking? Here we go.
This time of year, with Halloween coming up, it's always fun to think about putting on a costume and pretending to be something else, right? So I have a fun song to listen to about pretending to be several animals. So if you're in a place where you can move around and go crazy, after each bit of singing, there's going to be some instruments playing, and there's time for you to move around like that animal and pretend to be something else. Now, if you're not in a place where you can move around easily, you can just use your hands if you want and pretend your hands are that animal moving around. So either way, you can pretend to be something else. Here we go.
I can pretend I'm something else, can you? I can pretend I'm something else, can you? I'll pretend that I'm a bird and then I'll fly around the room. I'll pretend that I'm a bird, can I can pretend I'm something else, can you? I can pretend I'm something else, can you? I'll pretend that I'm a horse and then I'll gallop around the room. I'll pretend that I'm a horse, can you? I can pretend I'm something else, can you? I can pretend I'm something else, can you? I'll pretend that I'm a frog and then I'll hop around the room. I'll pretend that I'm a frog, can you?
It's fun to move like a different animal, right? And with Halloween coming up, I have bones on my mind. So if I put together bones and animals, you know what I think of? I think of dinosaurs. Because the dinosaurs died a long time ago. The only way to go see one is to go to a museum and see the bones set up. So I have kind of a fun thing for you to watch and try moving to. You're going to be at a museum and you're going to see the dinosaurs moving. There's sort of a dinosaur music you'll hear. And then you're going to see the security cameras come out and the security guards looking around to see, did somebody move? Who was that? And then there's dinosaur music again. You'll see the dinosaurs move through the museum. So whether you're sitting or standing, just try to imagine that you're moving like a dinosaur when you see the dinosaurs move. But make sure you freeze when the security guards and cameras come out. So have fun moving like a dinosaur. All right. This week, in honor of our rock and roll theme at the beginning and end of class, you're going to be making up your own rhythm because a lot of rock and roll musicians make up their own rhythms as they go. So you're going to make up your very own 4-beat rhythm. Ooh, how are we going to do that? Well, let me walk you through it. It's actually not that bad. I'm going to start by drawing 4 boxes so I know I have 4 beats to fill in. Let me see. Something like this. You don't need to use the boxes, but it helps me keep track of where I am. Let me see. All right. 4 boxes. Okay. See that? 4 boxes. We're going to fill in each box with something that equals 1 beat. So here are your choices for things that equal 1 beat. You could put either a ta, right? We've drawn ta, the quarter note, quite a few times, right? So that should be pretty easy. You could also put, if you wanted, we've done a rest before, right? Quarter rest, which is zigzag with a little C underneath it. We also have TT, which we've done a lot, but last week we just wrote it for the first time. TT, right? That's 2 sounds on 1 beat. It looks like this. So let me see. T, T, up on the right, out of sight, and I have to join them by the beam. Aha. So these are my 3 choices. I can put one of these in this box or in this box, wherever I want, as long as you have one of these things, and you're going to probably use one twice because you have 4 boxes. So let me make up a rhythm on the spot. It's going to be 4 beats long using these 3 things. Let's see. I think I'm going to start off with ta. That's just me. You can start with a rest if you want, or a TT. I like a ta to start off with. I'm putting ta right up here. Okay, so let me see. I just copy that note. Ta up on the right, out of sight. Oh yes, that's going to be great. That's a great start to my rhythm. I feel like doing a lot of stuff in this box. I feel like having a TT here is going to zip it up just a little bit. So let me see. Okay, TT, I need to make 2 note heads in 1 box. I still want up on the right, out of sight, and I connect them. Well, that looks pretty good, right? Doesn't it look like I just took the TT and put it up here? Ta, TT. I feel like having a surprise. I'm going to put a rest in this box. So we're going to have nothing on beat 3. Okay, so I need one of these up here. Let me see. Zigzag. Z with a little C underneath it. Oh my goodness, what do I want to end with? What do I want to end with? Ta, TT, rest. I feel like just a nice ta on the end for my rhythm will be great. So, all right, let's put that a ta on the end. There we have it. Okay, I did it. My very first 4-beat rhythm. That wasn't so hard, right? All you have to do is pick these things, put them in the boxes in any order you want. Just make sure you don't have all 3 things in 1 box. You want one of these in each box. I think that's pretty clear. So anyway, let me go over my rhythm again. It goes like this. 1, 2, here I go. Ta, TT, rest, ta. And if I was clapping it, it would be this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ta, TT, ta. Ooh, that's kind of almost rock and roll, right? Good. And if you wanted to, you could write it without the boxes. It would look like this. Let me just do this quickly. But it's not necessary. It would be like ta, TT, rest, ta. All right, there it is. So that's the same rhythm. I just took the boxes away, right? Ta, TT, rest, ta. Anyway, you can keep the boxes in if you want. It doesn't matter to me. Just make sure you have 4 beats, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent. Good luck. It's your first rhythm that you're going to compose or make up all on your own. Ooh, I cannot wait to see them. All right. All right. Now that the music time is over, it's time to say goodbye. We'll say goodbye the way we started, in rock and roll style. Here we go. The music time is over. It's time to say goodbye. Goodbye until the next time. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Goodbye, bye, bye. It's time to say goodbye. I said it's time to say goodbye. Oh, to say goodbye, but I'm gonna try. Goodbye, bye, bye. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Good, 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 goodbye. Good, 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 goodbye. Goodbye, bye, bye. Goodbye, bye, bye. Goodbye.